This is very close to Salt Lake City, about 20 minutes from the airport. And I don't know, man. If God had a way of showing himself in person, it is definitely through nature. This is his artwork. And you really need to get out and do some trail hiking. And it's really the mountains, because I've spent most of my life now on the ocean, and it has its own special way of speaking to you, don't get me wrong, and I will always live by the ocean, but the mountains do call. They are big forces of nature. As much as a large wave can summon forces from all around to a pinnacle where it crashes in all its glory, and then it's gone and the energy returns back. I think these mountains kind of do the same thing, but instead of sending it back to the sea, they send it up there. It's around this corner. Look, there's a little outlook right here. I'll do a pano for you. Go all the way down. There's running water down there. Look at it. Wow. It's like a 5-minute hike from the road down there. There's still snow up there. Right now in the middle of June. Shout out to Zach Curtis. Happy birthday, my dude. June 16th. Mine's in 2 days. Really been taking very seriously that side of me that always is into just exercising, but like with nature. You know, like, of course it's nice to like lift weights at the gym and stuff, and you totally need that. But this, there's nothing. You get so much more from just everything here. That was a pinyon pine I just passed. Lord knows what kind of flowers. Here's the little water running in here. Let me keep walking. This is awesome. Just be quiet for a moment. It's nice and shady. Look at it. Dip down in. Just walk into a spider web and I don't even care. Look at the moss on the floor. Incredible. Let's keep going. Almost feels like the San Bernardino Mountains a little bit, mixed with like Big Sur. If you're a California follower at mine, you should know those places, at least if you're from Southern California. Big Sur's Central Coast, San Bernardino, Big Bear, all that stuff. Some easy travels to get to. This is awesome. I bet during big rains, you don't want to be up here. It probably floods out. There's like a whole riparian area here. I'm just sort of point up for a minute like this. Hi, how are you? Good? No, you're fine. We'll just pattern up here. Have a good one. Yeah, thank you. There's definitely some good rock climbing somewhere around here. This is so shaly. But I don't know if that's the right word, but it's amazing is what it is. The best thing, we use the map to get here, right? Once you're on the trail, just go. I was tempted right now to look at the map to see if I'm heading in the right direction. But I talked to this guy right as I entered the trailhead. I had to cross the main road, and there's a ton of cars. There's construction. I was actually supposed to go to a different spot, a couple miles more into the canyon. I sat there for about 10 minutes. I'm like, man, there's got to be another trail somewhere. This was absolutely not the trail. A couple nights ago when I was searching from San Diego that I was gonna go to. I don't even know which trail I'm on right now. I think it's called Mill B or something. But I gave him some daps. Older guy. Asked him how his ride was going. Told him I was from San Diego and just got in. He gave me the 411. He said, get in there. Once you get going up the trail a bit, it's gonna fork right. It's cool. It's a nice like climbing spot. It's like if you stay left, it's the main trail that'll take you deeper into the canyon. That's where you want to go. Got a couple hours before I gotta go to a meeting. And I'll work for like 5 hours tonight. Great. Flower. It's looking like a Doug fir. Some cedars. This is definitely a fir right here. It's gonna give you a tour like you're about to climb through the plants. Here we go, look. Hey! That was not the fork. I had to look for a second. Look at these. Tell you what, walking through a place like this and looking at all the roots and the trunks of trees and how they grow helps you learn a lot more. Especially if you spend your whole life in urban forestry and you don't go out as an arborist and like observe and kind of take in the different growth characteristics of trees. I think it's one of the biggest things I learned over the past several years was along utility corridors. You were always like as a new person looking at trees. You didn't want the tree that you looked at to be the one that fell on a line, power line. So I wasn't afraid to be a little aggressive and saying which trees needed to be pruned and which didn't. That's cool. How that rock right there. And then the trunk behind it kind of goes through. And then another tree. Baby tree. Anyways, you make aggressive calls, especially on big trees. So big trees look heavy. If they fell, they would do the most damage. When you don't have enough experience to know, but you're learning, your inclination is going to be, I don't want that tree to fall in the line when I'm the one that looked at it. So you mark it. But when you go and look at trees out in the wild like this, you see that the big trees are the more stable ones. A lot of times. I mean, you have to look in the canopy, but I'm talking about like on the ground. You start to see how the roots behave and how they pronounce themselves above ground based on the pressures and load that they're feeling. below and above ground. Gravity, wind, lack of sunlight, whatever it is, that's cool. It's like Santa Cruz. Mountains, big trees up high. Whee! It's all good. Heard a noise. That tree right there is leaning. It's rubbing. It's making sense. Heard me talking about big trees being risky and decided to make a noise. It's funny. If anyone can identify these plants while I'm walking, double brownie points for you. Alright, check that. This might be the fork he was talking about. Or not. What does that say? Trail that way. So you got some trees hanging over there. That way. You're on your own if you go that way. I'm gonna set you here. So look at this for a minute while I tighten my straps. I'm still here. We're still alive and well. Just have to buckle up. Let's go. Stop! You're hanging, that's great. I know a picture's worth 1,000 words. I hope this video helps you understand where we are right now, how cool this is. Quick piano. That peak up there looks really cool. And I think in San Diego, like, unless you're in East County, or I mean, just traveling to Cuyamaca is not far. I'm not saying it's not worth it, but I live 15 minutes from the water up in North County, and it's a no-brainer. We go to the beach because I was kayaking with my kids yesterday, and just, you know, we're in the Oceanside Harbor. It's protected, but once you get closer to where the waves are, we're in an inflatable kayak, and it's like, it's rocky, it's fun, but it's open. It's so much more different when you're out in the open ocean like that than even on the beach. And so you have to go to where it's not as built by man, but built of man. This right here is built of man. Everything we're made of is right here. Check out that outcrop. And down. I and whoever is watching this video, we were down there earlier, some dead trees. officially say that we can't hear cars anymore. It's just wind and water. The sound of trees and birds. I'll post up in a minute and drink some water. There. Look at drinking water. I got like 3 hours of sleep last night. I was sleeping on a plane this morning. It is important to take care of yourself while you're out here. On the bottom strap. Okay, let's rock and roll. Hi, my name's Nathan. I'm an arborist. I'm a dad, first and foremost. I'm a husband to a beautiful wife. And I love being in nature. I like to try to get my kids out as much as we can. Our family's been riddled with medical adventures, is what I'll call them, over the past couple of years. But we're getting back to it. Look at this thing. But yeah, I'm gonna just keep filming where I go, talking about life. I'm writing a book right now called Amberfield. Don't tell anybody. I don't care. It's a story that came to me out of my struggles with fatherhood, life, stuff like that. I think it'll be pretty relatable to most people in one way or another. But yeah, the one job you have, unless you own your own company, but whatever job you have, I recommend you not put your entire life into that. Like work-life balance is real. And that also means creatively do other things. Right now, the easiest thing for me to do is the thing that takes the least amount of time away from my family, which is to just document where I go. Not take more time to do it, but when I do it, just pull up the phone and film. That's all. Keep watching. I'm getting out of breath, so I'm gonna be quiet. Probably overlay some music on this for you to listen to. Pretty sure I'm hearing a bird. Something's chittering behind me back there. Not chittering, but just making noise in the leaves. So I was questioning if those were dark firs before. I can tell that there's dark firs without even looking up, because I see the little rat tail cones on the ground.
At the strike of the clock, everybody else comes to the room to find something. Is it on the stairs, laying by the moon? Have you got a clue?
Squirrel. Oh, there you are. Hello. You're cool. He's like, wait, you're saying? Hi. I think you're cool. Just filming you. Hello, squirrel. So skittish you are. He took. I like overlooks, so we're gonna go see. Wow. This is incredible. so I didn't have time to ID what this is, but we're here in a big Cottonwood Canyon just outside of Salt Lake City. This stuff smells so good. Look at it. You see it? Grab a bit, put it in your hand. Good juice. We are all the way down now. Spent a good 45 minutes. Just kind of resting. I answered some emails afterwards. I did some, before I did any of that, I laid down and then I did some Wim Hof style breath work. 30, 40 breaths in. Let it go, hold, just kind of listen and be for a moment. Did that three rounds of that. Prayed to God for a minute and just asked for my sinus to stop hurting. Prayed for the safety and connection of everyone on this mountain and in this canyon right now. Everybody connects to nature and God and gets home safely. Prayed for my family and my wife, my kids, my mom, mother-in-law. Prayed for everything I'm doing here to go well with work. Just, I don't know. The older I get, the more life I experience, the more I know I'm not in control. All I have control of is where I put my foot next and what I do with my hands, my body, my thoughts, and working on getting control of those, but everything else is totally in God's plan around you. So, yeah, I don't know, I kind of just leaning into that. The more I do, the more my kids see me doing it, and the better off they'll be, hopefully, to know that we're not alone. It's not just us. We have a much larger part of this world than we really realize, unless you're kind of raised by people who understand that. Kindness was always taught to me. There's that much larger, bigger picture of consciousness that I've kind of been figuring out on my own. And it's cool because my mom lives with us and she's busy and working, but she gets it. So we're kind of like, I wish I talked to her more than I do. I should probably talk to you more, Mom, if you ever hear this. But we're busy, just doing what we do. Love ya. That earlier. Hi, tree. Let's put our hand on the tree and say hello. This tree. Point right here. See that point? No, not that point. This point. I'm gonna turn it off now. For the rest of this walk, I need my own time here to just connect and not hold the phone in my hands while I'm walking through. you haven't been with me the whole way so far, so I have done this before, but this is kind of the final walk down the mountain. So that's it. Bye.